Alrighty, welcome back to Nscalien, the Nscalien. We've been doing a little shopping on the old eBay, the Evil Bay perhaps, and we got this Loco. Now these are common, everyone knows what they're called, I don't. Are they called a GG1 from the Pennsylvania thing, the double-ended thing, the old school bloody, well they're the first electric Loco or whatever, powerful bloody things back in the day, they were pretty good. Apparently, now I don't know who's made this one, but it was running very poorly. So I've taken it all apart, and wow, there is a lot of parts. Looks like reasonable quality, just due to the fact that we have metal gears. Now there's a lot of wheels. There's 2 sets of these. So you got, what, 6. You got bloody 10 axles. Anyway, you got 4 drivers that are geared with metal gears, so that's cool. And then they obviously have pickups behind there, and that's cool too. However, where they run, this is the chassis, so we got the whole chassis stripped down now. This part doesn't seem to come out, and it would appear as though it has like a pin soldered through right there, and that sort of goes to the upper kind of deck. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the red rubber insulation or whatever it is inside there. Basically, we're just going to try and do our best on that. And then where it runs on the copper, it definitely looks like it's been ran a lot, this Loco. It looks like it's somebody's old favourite. I think I got about $50 or something, but price is important, really. I don't have one like this, and it's pretty cool. So let's see if we can't get it operational. Things that we've got is the world's oldest can of 226 CRC. We got grease, what's it called? No-ox. Is it? Yeah, no-ox, what's that called? That electrical grease? I don't even know where that is right now. Floating around. Anyway, very tired, worked all day, and then we also have Contact Clean by CRC as well. So Contact Clean is good. It's going to take away all the gunk, and we're just giving it little sprays because it's an electrical thing. Then we're going to wipe up that, even though it evaporates to basically nothing in a quick hurry. We don't lose the little bits. So many bits in this. Alright, so that there is feeling pretty good. So then we'll get a Scotch pad, and we'll just Scotch pad these electrical areas. Now, like I said, I'm concerned that they're completely worn away through any metal that was there, and that may be why it's running quite shit. If shit is a technical term. Don't know. Gave it a little bit of a tidy, like a tiny one. I just sort of lubed everything in with that 226, and it was running good. And then I put the body on, and it ran like poop, just as bad or worse than when I first got it. So not too sure about that. All right, so then there was these little metal grabbies. We'll call them grabbies. So there's one, and each end's basically almost symmetrical, identical, but it's not entirely. There's little bits of plastic with metal bits like embedded in there, which is pretty clever. You might not be able to see, but it's like a channel through the middle of this, and it's got a metal thing. Not the guts of it. Look. Brass is some gunk. Ooh, look at that quality. Ooh, that's good gunk right there. We'll make sure we get that off, since we're this deep into it at this point. And this sort of does the light bulbs. So the light bulbs are actually little incandescent bulbs, and this is sort of what holds that in there. Now, do I completely forget how they went? Yeah, probably, because I just sort of popped them out of there. Must have just gone sort of like that. There we go. So if I give that a scotch padding on the metal part without wrecking it too much, that would definitely be a spot for the no-ox electrical grease. So let me go grab that, or at least look for where it is. Shan't be far. Only just bloody had it. The other day. I'll put you on pause then. Right, we're back with the no-ox. Of course, it was literally right in front of me, and I was looking elsewhere where I last saw it. So we don't need much no-ox. You can see we've barely used any out of the little tub. Just get tiniest bit that you can barely see, and we're just going to put that on this there, and that will sit in the end of the chassis like that. Fairly sure that's where it went. And then the little metal clip, and the little metal clip does two things: holds that in whilst at the same time holding the bogies in and letting them spin. So it goes down under the chassis here to this area, which is cool. We'll wipe a little bit of that no-ox straight there where the electrical pickup's going to be. So I'll do the same for the next one from the other end real quick. I'm not trying to dick around with every part forever, but that's what we do. We root around, fix it all up, all the bits, make them good. So that. Clean. Do that, smash it with some contact clean. Check it out for grubby, greasy, slimy, grimy shit. No shit on there now, that's good. Alright, and then let's throw it away. Get the Nox, put it in there. Just a dab, and it's going straight in the chassis there like so. Now they can go in each way. You'll notice that the electrical pickup is on either end. There's the top. That's going to go that way, so I reckon they need to be on the other side to that. This is not the most fun to get out the little metal clip, but it's not too bad today. Righto. Swap them over. Just like yay. Is this thrilling? Thrilling rebuilding a, I don't know, vintage. If you know anything about it, who makes it and whatnot, let me know in the chat. Type in the chat box what you reckon of the video, what you'd love to see next coming up. I know rebuilding the DDA40X, DD40AX video took a long time, but it was cool. Alright, so just like that now, we are ready to accept bogies into there, but for that we need drivetrain. So we have the motor in this is cool. It's nice and long. It's got metal metal case, that's not uncommon, but metal dog bone drives on them. Actually they spin, so I wonder if that is a bit of a problem. Why it was not working all that good. So that one come off. That one feels to be on there a bit better. So let's put a dab of glue and we'll glue that back on. What do you reckon? Just got super glue there. And we'll just put it there, and then we'll dip the end of the motor into it. Remembering we don't want any to go into the bush, the motor's bearing. Alright, that go on. Yep, let's push it on. Oh, did it go? No. Shit. Okay, now we've wrecked it. We have wrecked the entire thing. Couple of love taps. And that is now on there. Just dip it back in there, I guess. Do the very end of it. Let that dry. And we've already got the 226 here in a beer lid. And we've already done this just before, but we'll do it again, and we'll just dip in like a little screwdriver or a nail or a pin or something that's thin in there, so it wells up on the end a tiny bit. Getting that to go straight into the bearing or the bush of the little electric motor. Same on that end. And that will be the goods if it ever goes exactly where you want it. Sweet. Now we could buff the sides of the motor there with a Scotch pad, but it's actually clean, so we'll just put a bit of no-ox grease right on them. That'll keep them whatever. Oh, we just spilt all of that. Paper towel that we had, and we're gonna get 226 and super glue at the same time. There we go. Alright, so then we have the coming out of each end of the motor, you got a plastic universal joint dog bone type of situation into a metal worm gear, which is nice. And then there's a brass bush, but just before the brass bush is a tiny brass washer, tiny washer. You're probably not going to be able to see the tiny washer. Trust me, it's there. It's on the end of that, and it's quite small. So before we lose any of that, we'll put it all together, clean it, contact cleaner, clean and dry with a breath of fresh air. It's looking okay, and then we're just going to dip that into the 226, which is horrible stinking stuff, I must say. That's probably good. Set that aside, do the same to the other one. Don't want to lose any bits of that, that's for sure, and dip it in there. That's going to be beautiful. Alright, so that can all go into the chassis now. Motor, dog, dog hair. You want minimal dog hairs in your load. Holy heck, that's got some kick. Actually, I'm just looking at this. What the hell? I'm just seeing that the plastic universal joint CV housing part is actually split. It's going to be hard to see. I'm going to pause the video. Yeah, right, so I noticed that other one was split, and so I checked out this one, and this one's also split. So we just put a dab of super glue on there to try super glue it one back sort of together, which is fine. But two, glue it onto the shaft so it doesn't spin. So that's that one. Do this one, which is a fair bit worse. Can you see it? Yeah, just see it. Just saw a little bit right there. So we'll get the old super glueness, starting with the cracked part. And just like that. It's actually a little bit too much, unfortunately, so dab it off. Cool. And that's much better. Get a little bit more. Alrighty, that's good. So then we're going to get some grease. By grease we mean bloody NOx, no-ox. No-ox is no oxidization, and we're just going to put a tiny bit inside there. Keeping the dog hair out of everything when you have a husky is not the easiest thing to do. Little tiny dab. So that'll be a lifetime supply of that. So let's see how our CVs are going on the actual motor. It can still spin, eh? Not loving it. So interestingly the other end came off. So let's glue this other end back on now. Same thing, put on the table just so you can dip it so you don't get very much, because we don't want it going anywhere. Alright, that has gone swimmingly. Dip the end of it. So now both of those CV shaft bits, universal, oh yeah, that's so much better, are glued to the shaft. So they'll be able to transmit a bit of power, and then the old split bloody bits should be able to transmit a bit of power. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's actually better. This one still spinning on the shaft. Was this the good one or the bad one? They're both bad. But anyway, what we'll do, we'll pull that out, put glue all over it, and shove it back in. Oh shit. There you go, look at that. That has set much firmer straight onto there, so that's good. Guess all we can do is stick it back all together now. So I'm going to pop that. Oh, that's so good. Pop that on there. I don't know if I'm loving it. And that just sort of went pretty much just in there. It did. So that metal clip that holds the bogies also holds the bush for the end of the worm gear shaft. Righto. And because of that, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Maybe, oh, don't lose that. Oh no, we have nearly lost it. That washer. Maybe we should have popped them out of there. Anyways, let's have a look. And then I guess there's a way in way this motor needs to go in, but we don't know that. We didn't pay that much attention to it. Alright, now we've made a mess. We're going to definitely pop this out of there now. Metal clip. And put it in after we get this drive line in there. Oh, it's going to annoy me, isn't it? But that's what you get when you're working on something that you have no idea what it is or how it goes together. Like I said, there's quite a few parts. It's a pretty complex little machine, this one. It's pretty cool. It didn't give me any grief until now. And now it is giving me the poops. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, so we'll get, I guess, the bottom end in. So we nearly lost that tiny washer already. You can't even pick it up. Off the glass table may or may not be the ideal surface. In fact, it's not, so a bit of grease. Stick it on your finger, there we go. Stick it on the shaft, there you go. The bush for that one's already in there. So you can just go on in there like so. And then we can put the bottom end in. Perhaps. And then we can put the top end on. Perhaps. Okay, and then that's going to all go in there, and then we're going to put the metal clip on to contain all of that. Alright. Lovely. Now, it's got little metal pickups sticking out one side of the motor there. I don't know if that's going to be correct or incorrect, or if it's going to matter. Probably won't matter, will it? Alright, so that's the midsection of the chassis. So we've got this top end, and here it's quite complicated, and I think it's to do with this loco can actually run electrical pickup from the pantographs overhead wires if you have live overhead wires, which I do not, so I'm not that fussed about any of that, but at the same time, that's I guess what that there does and stuff. I don't know, what does that do? Why is it spring loaded right there? Where does that go on to? Oh yeah, it's a little switch that you can switch between pantographed or rail line pickup, I guess. So we're going to go that way and see if that achieves literally anything. Who knows? Didn't get any instructions. If you've got instructions, let me know. It would be probably handy to have. Alright, so we'll do that, and we'll just screw that top on. So we don't want to be here forever and a day, because we want to test it out, don't we? And we still need to rebuild the bogies. Oh yeah, we forgot to put the little light bulbs in, so have a light bulb moment there. They just sort of go like that. Could probably put a bit of no-ox electrical grease on them and the area that they sit in, more to the point. So just like that. It's cool that it's pretty much symmetrical end for end. So chuck that in. Stuffed it up by not pushing on the little brass tag specifically. Alright, that one, this one, dog air, bloody love me dog. Alright, so then there was also this plastic piece which you didn't see me pull apart, but that just goes on there like yay when we get to that. Okay, so let's have a look at these bogies. How do they work? I don't know if that's a screw, and if it is, if you can tighten it up or anything. It looks pretty decent, so could muck around, and we're probably going to have to muck all the way around, so we're going to pause it and strip these down. Maybe pause it, or we'll just do it. It's just, we're down to 5% phone battery at this point. I saw it just go dark, so we'll undo that. Go get the charger. That's probably what I need to do. So they actually look pretty clean, somewhat. The actual wheel treads were not clean. They had a lot of muck on them. That one also appears to have a dent, or it's just muck. Alright, pausing, getting the phone charged. And we're back now with the phone charger, so that is sweet. Let's have a look. Some of this lube that I put in there, or some of it's older than that. Now we want to look at the brass contacts here. There looks to be a repair where somebody has soldered that one So that's not real fantastic. And it looks to only pick up off the two driving wheels. It doesn't look to pick up off the floating idler wheels, what you call those. And that gear, it's pretty free and clean. The pin for it is actually going to be underneath these brass pickups, but hey, sorry about the 3D printing noise going on over there. Let's see if we can't dig this open. Without wrecking it, we want to try and get the pin out of the gear, so we pull that gear out and fully clean the whole thing, but honestly may not be worth it. Let's have a look. Without wrecking it, it's not really going to be possible. Got that one. Need something smaller and pointier than even that. Man, it's bloody. Without wrecking it. There we go, got that one. Okay, so we've got that side mostly off. There we go. So we'll be able to clean that up. It's very fragile, very thin, and pretty unique shape. So we don't want to damage it, but we do want to be able to poke the gear's axle shaft out one way or another. Shouldn't be much holding it in, other than, there we go, it's right behind that brass thing, pickup strip, which is in itself now, because somebody soldered it, it's like melted into the plastic, so that's not good. We'll probably try and dig it off and properly fix it, you reckon? There we go, now we're all sorted. Gotcha. Okay, now if I can just get this one, tiny nail as a tool, as a weapon. Okay, there we go. So it's only stuck by being melted into the plastic at this point. And we poke that axle out. Let's go. Don't lose it. Don't go flying all the way everywhere. We'll go back to a little screwdriver at this point. There we go. Okay, so I actually have pulled a Loco apart that was sort of put together somewhat similar to that. I think it was made by Mini Tricks. So it's possible that this one is also made by the company Mini Tricks, but who would know? Not I. Definitely not an expert at anything to do with model trains. But I know that everything that is clean and nice and oiled and everything like that, it's going to be lots better than not. Just feeling that. Making sure that it's smooth on the sides. And also more to the point is that it's smooth up the middle around its axle, yeah? Which, you know, pretty much is, I guess. So that's going to run in, I guess grease, it doesn't really matter. But we want to be able to clean this brass pickup strips on the points that matters, which is at the top where it touches on the chassis, and the points there where it touches on the wheels. But at the same time, we don't want to bend them really at all if possible. Already put some bending into it by undoing it. God, it's a bit fiddly, I tell you. but it's all right because we've got it. We're just going to fold all those tabs back on with the nail that we used to fold them off. It's all clean, especially in that groove. We'll just run our little tiny diamond file in there if it fits, yep. And that'll take any burrs or BS out of there. Good. Last spray of contact clean. All up in there. Business. Cool. Like so. And then we'll get this gear and we'll dip it. Are we going to dip it, you reckon? Dip it in the 226. And then how are we going to get it out of there without getting shit everywhere all over us? That'll do. Just like that. So now it's fairly coated. And we wanted to put a bit of no-ox grease just up the guts of it. Dip our nail, get a dab, poke it up the hole. Sweet. Now we're going to hold it in position. Be better without the other brass pickup strip on there, but now the fun part, pick up this tiny axle between your fingies, poke it into that hole, especially since it came out the other side, and maybe the other side's bigger. Shit. It may be that is indeed the case and it only comes out one side. Yeah, it definitely looks like that, honestly. So we've stuffed up once again by reattaching this pickup before refitting the gear and the axle for it, more to the point. Over there, so like that. Which is kind of silly, but whatever. Who am I to tell some random company I've never heard of? I have no idea even who it is, how to build a locomotive, because I reckon they've done a pretty good job. The sort of thing you want tweezers or little pliers for, because lining that up with your thumb, if you're anything like me, you got big manly thumbs, oh, and your bloody axle's a speck of metal. Literally like a splinter that you'd get on any other sort of job. Maybe you get that in the hole first. Then you try and line your gear up around it, and when it's close-ish, give her some. So it's somewhat getting there, I guess, feels like. And when it's more to the point, push it all in there. Alright, and check that gear now spins way better than it used to. Check that gear spins marginally better than it used to. So it's not all for nothing. Hey, it's all clean and rebuilt. Poke all that pickup back on properly now. Including that. And this bent over part that someone has soldered that we're going to need to clean. So let's get our Scotch pad. That is full of dog hair, of course. Okay, and we're just going to rub in the direction of those things so they don't snap off or fold back. So this side we're going to just pull towards us just till it gets nice and shiny, and this one here we're going to pull back towards this way. And yeah, it takes longer and whatnot. It doesn't do as good a job as just getting it and thrashing it back and forth, but it's the way to do it. And then the top bit there that's going to rub up on the chassis. Okay, so it's good and clean. The other thing is you want to check they're sort of square, because if they're square, they will sort of do the best sort of contacting against the back of the flat wheel kind of thing, and they were not square. And anyway, you just give them a bit of a bend, this and that. You've got to bend them and not break them. So that one I've fairly squashed a bit too flat. You want a bit of pressure upwards, like EA. And fiddly tiny bits of metal. Alright, I'm happy with that. I know it's not in focus very good, but every now and again it does, doesn't it? Cool. Alright, now we're going to reattach this next pickup strip, we'll call it. How was it going? It was just going like a bit like that, wasn't it? Flick it up on and over the top. There and also there. And fold it down securely. Push it in. Fold it down. Push it under. Fold it in. Fold it. Sick. Alright, that is lovely. Time to clean it. Remembering this is one of 2 bogies that we're doing. Hey, at least it's not the DDA 40X. It's got bloody 4 axles per bogie. We'll do another video on the DDA 40X because we've got another one as the cracked gears. So, alright, that's good. There's no green. Oh, look, we've done it. We've managed to fold one of those back on itself and wreck it. So we'll straighten that out a little bit. That's what we're trying to not do. They're going to have good pressure. One over here is a bit slack looking. You stoke it out a little bit. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. So now we have the actual wheel sets. So we'll set that aside. Got the wheel sets here. Going to blast the gears. Try and clean the gears. And surprisingly, that actually came up good compared to what it was. All black crud. Spinning it, blasting it, spinning it, blasting it. Check it out. Pretty cool. A little bit more there. If you really want to muck around, you get yourself a knife blade and you get in there. You scrape every gear tooth. Like I'm doing now, because there is crud coming out of there. Look at it. Oh, look at it all. It's everywhere. But at the same time, where do you draw a line in the dirt? It's got to be somewhere. Okay. Righto. So those are good. Now we're going to rub them on the Scotch pad as well, just to clean the wheels. Some of these should have traction tyres on them even. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're just filth. I don't know. Is that a traction tyre or is it just filthy? I think it's just filthy. So pinch your bloody Scotch pad and do your best to hold it while you spin it. It's definitely not easy to do. But anyway, you get it and you give it a bit like that. As long as it's better than it was, I suppose. But more to the point is, it's got to be schmick because we want it to bloody run awesome, this thing. Especially after spending all this time. We're at 40 minutes on this video. So now to get the pickups good, we want to rub the back of the wheels. But you got the gear on the shaft there, so maybe get an older Scotch pad that's a bit thinner and it'll go between the gear and the wheel, but again, this is not really good, but it's something. Got to get it right in there, and then remembering that you're going to make green fluff from your Scotch pad. And ain't nobody got time for that. So there you go, like that. Getting them, checking them. Good. This one here, it's not the best. Bit of crud. It's a fair bit better. There we go. So we don't really need to worry that much about the idler wheel set, although I don't know, it just feels rough. Don't know if it's been arcing or something going on with that one. We'll give it a tiny bit of a diamond file. And then we'll run it. I think if you had like a drill, you could put them in. So that's good. Let's chuck it straight into the bogey. So we'll grab a dab of the grease for the gear teeth. They're like yay. And the axle journal. Am I doing it on the camera? It's not that comfortable. Squeeze the pickup tabs so that they go behind the wheel. And that is in there, so it doesn't actually pop or anything like that. We'll check that it rolls free. Good. This next one, clean it on the Scotch pad, the actual wheel surface flange areas. And there we go. Oh, beautiful. Bit of crud came off, not tons, because we scraped a lot of it off before. Then we also tried to run this logo around the track, but it didn't go very great for some reason. Hopefully what we're doing here, making it brand new or better, it will run awesome. And if it still doesn't, then what do you do? It's called a heap of shit. So this one does have a traction tyre. It's not just a layer of scum. So that's good. But this side, it's not a traction tyre, and that is indeed just a layer of scum built up in the corner of the flange, and that'll be why it's not getting real good pickup. See, can you see it? Is it scum or what is that? Yeah, it is. It's just baked in there. Is it? I don't know. I can't barely see. It is night time. Try the diamond file. It's not really where you want to be filing. Just want to see if it'll come off. What it's made out of. It's literally just scum, dirt and BS. So we'll blast it. CO cleaner. Traction tyre is fine on that side. Yeah, that crap there. It's got to go. We need that electrical connectivity. Dirt is not in the equation. There we go, much better. And then once it's running, then be able to put the wheels. Oh, did I just break the traction tyre by cleaning it? Yep, brittle as. Oh, that's not good. God, that shit me. I just heard it too. All right, we'll try and glue it. Less than ideal. The reason I like using a glass table, because you can just put super glue straight onto it. Just put the tiniest amount just there. And we'll push that back together. God, that shit me right off. You know what? It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Alright, let's chuck that in before we make it any bloody worse. Remember, we want to make sure that we got the pickup strips under the back of the wheels on both. Okay, a little bit of grease on the axle journal. Thus, number 3. Nowhere near that amount. Tiny bit we want in there. And wheel number 3. Clean it. Because why not? Why the hell not, eh? We're already here. Get it, scotch it. Another one. Flick it. Dust your thumbs, a good workout. Alright, there we go. Want to see me rebuild the next bogey, or do you think that you got the hang of it now? I think you do. Put that back in there a bit better than it was. Kind of need like tweezers, like little pliers, especially after doing this sort of stuff for an hour. I don't know, it just doesn't sit all that good there on one side. Is it just crud in there? Or what? This is the small wheels. There you go. It's better. Okay, and we'll make sure that's all nice now in there. Clean. Dry. There's no crud in there now. There's not a lot of anything happening up in there now. So we'll put that straight over. Tunk. Come on, straight over. You heard me. And the tiny screw just fell out on the ground. Yeah. Alrighty, is that it? There it is. Found it. Crisis averted. That first wheel set is no longer underneath the pickup strips. For some reason. Is now. Everything's good now again now. For a second, let's get it together. Yep. Happy days. Where's this bloody screw hole? Why is it not lined up? Sus. Alright, success. Good. I could do with a little bit of a pre-loading. That one's very, very light. Little dab of greasage on there and there. And then that can go into the chassis that we hence prepared earlier. Alright. And it's just going to clip under that clip. Why is that clip not all the way down on this side here? It is now. That's in there, fully captured and finished. Alright, so I'll pause the video. Because we're nearly at an hour. I'll rebuild the other bogey real quick because it'll be heaps easier if I don't have to do it slowly and under the camera. And we'll get back to you. Alright, welcome back. Now we have rebuilt the other bogey, front bogey, rear bogey. Same, isn't it? Doesn't matter which way it's going, does it? Goes both ways. So everything is clean and smooth and schmick. Someone has soldered the pickups on this one. This one I did not damage the pickup, what do you call it? Traction tyre. So that should just pop straight in there. Like, yeah. Let's have a look what's going on with this metal grabbing device. This one's a bit slacker than that other one. It's been bent. Oh, anyway, it's fine. Should be good. Let's get that in there like that. Give it some of that. I'm not loving it. It's a bit late to take it out too, I think. It's kind of in there at this point. Take it out, and that side needs bending, so let me fix it. Halfway got it, but does it come out with all that other top end on there? Probably not. Probably not. You can see, look, that leg there. It's all Cotton Eye Joe'd. Fix it up. Something like that, maybe. Needs a little bit more. It's just a matter of getting everything nice. Now, will it go back in without destroying everything? The other bogey has fallen off. Happening. It's made it worse. Putting it in like that has made it far, far worse than it ever was. There's no shortcuts in anything, is there, ever? Think, oh, maybe I'll get away with it. It's just not. Alright, well, top end's coming off. I'm going to fix that properly. The shape of it. Which is probably fine. It was just a matter of putting it in there that... Bloody motor came out with it. Fantastic. And now you want it to come out and it's going to stay in there, isn't it? All that stuff. Look at it. Oh, the whole thing. We're back to the bare chassis at this point. I don't know which end was the shit end. It's definitely this one. Or was it? Because that actually looks alright. Give it one of that. Get it back in there. Fiddly little prick. Starting to get the shits. It's late, get tired, get the shits. That's when stuff just decides to not work. Oh, we were meant to put that drivetrain under there firstly, weren't we? Yeah, this one. This end's all loose and shit. So, there we go. Oh, doesn't even look half bad too. Slight bending. Very slight bendings. Okay, it'd be handy if the drivetrain did not fall out. I would have loved that. A lot more than I love it currently. But hey, at least everyone's clean and lubed and all of that, and all we got to do is too good for your home it back where it bloody lives under there. And what? What about this side? Oh yeah, this one already has the metal clip in it, yeah. Oh, fucking should have did it the other way then, shouldn't I? Should have put that one down in there first. Or more to the point, pull that metal clip out once again. It's probably what needs to bloody happen, isn't it? Unless you can get them going in there together at the same time, like yay. Like yay. There's light bulbs falling out, there's bloody plastic bits coming apart. Yeah. Yeah. Light bulb. Clip. Alright, there you go. You get pretty good at it after about the 15th time. Now let's see if it will hold the bogies on the chassis, and then we'll be able to go and test run. So that is on. Dog hair not invited. Oh, secure. Very, very good. Now you can put these bits of plastic on the very ends here. They just sort of cover the actual lights and whatnot, and I guess keep the body straight and stuff like that. Isolate the wheels from the body a little bit. Other things, who knows? What do they do? Let me know in the comments if you're an expert on this locomotive, because I'm not. Alright, so we'll put that on the track now. We do have Nscalien on the bullet track, on the bullet train on the track also. I don't know. So let's see how we go here. Right, back and forth through the derailer, re-railer. We'll feel it for level and wobbly and everything, and it feels alright. So let's see. Oh, it's working. Oh, it's clean. It's pretty smooth. There's no lights, which is interesting. And it stopped right there, actually. Does it go slow? Oh, it looks to be running beautifully. Woohoo! Alright, so now this, the lights, I guess, would be nice. Would be nice have the lights working. Stopped. Let's see how slow can it go. So it's actually running backwards to my track. And that would be why the lights aren't working as well. So I have to fix that up, probably turn the motor inside out or whatever. But anyway, it's nice, it's smooth, it's good, and I think I've seen enough, so we'll pause it. Alrighty, so it was a bit of a mission to rebuild this loco. I tell you, as you've seen, it's taken basically bang on an hour. Maybe a little bit more, would have been a little bit less if I have not mucked around showing you everything about it, but it's good because I learned heaps. I haven't really seen a loco that had the option for overhead wire pickup, and it's got this somewhat of a switch right here. Tell me what is going on over the road. I might have a quick look. Alrighty, so I don't know what the hell was going on over there. Some people screaming and carrying on. Unusual, but not out of the ordinary. So, there she is in all her glory. Let's see if we can't get the body shell back on. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Yes, no, maybe. Oh, look at that. So there's a tiny screw in the top. I don't know, maybe it's not the original screw with a washer. Wouldn't seem like it. Maybe the screw's original but the washer's not, who knows. But anyway, I don't mind. Because it's not all about looks as long as it functions good, so it's cool. It's the only loco I got that actually has a screw that holds the body on. So there she is, the beautiful, amazing, wonderful, I don't know, is it a GG1? What's it called? It's not the crocodile, is it? The crocodile is something different. Or it is the crocodile and the alligator is something different. I don't know, but the pantographs can go up or down, which is cool. Full metal pantographs, of course, because they're functional. And now it lights up and it goes in the direction that all the other locos should. And it's quite a smooth little runner as it goes into shark mouth. Flat out across the bridge up there. And way down over that side of the layout. Let's turn around. A little glitchy, I see. I don't know if it's sparks I see from underneath. I think it's just because it's got so many wheels, but not many of them are pickup. Cool. So anyway, I hope you loved the video there of rebuilding this locomotive. It was pretty tricky, somewhat. It's different. Learning experience. That's what we're here to do, but fun and games. Why is it stopped right there? Should be a nice live part of the track right there. There's a feeder wire not too far from right there. Interesting. Holy Jesus. Cool, very good, very good. Happy days. See you all on the next one, Nscalien and Nscalien. Bye-bye.